Hey YouTube, I've got the SS up on the hoist here and I figured I'd shoot a video and show you guys how to install, just came in the mail here. It's a skip shift eliminator. Obviously this is going to just pertain to the 6-speed Chevy SS's. If you have a GHEXP, same concept here. You have that 1 to 4 skip shift. So I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through how to install this. It's really simple. It's just probably the toughest part is just kind of getting your hand up there to undo the plug. And the plug that we're going to be going for is right. See if I can zoom in on this here for you guys. Grab the light here. It's going to be that. There we go. That plug right there. That's what we're going to be undoing, and then hooking up our eliminator into that. So we'll get that put in and show you guys how you do that. I got the new harness here hooked up. So this is the plug that was originally into the transmission up there. Right up there. That's this plug. And then you're just going to be plugging this right into there, and that's going to be it. So we'll get that plugged in right now. Alright guys, I got the harness plugged in. And then I just took a couple zip ties and I just kind of zip tied it nicely to a couple wires up there. And that's it, guys. It's as simple as it is. Like I said, the biggest thing is just kind of getting your hand up there to release that clip up there. And what I did is I just used like a little pick to kind of get in there, and then I just pulled on the wire and it popped right out. So that's it. One other thing too, while I'm on here, guys, I just want to tell you that I've done to the car. It's kind of just preventative maintenance, you could call it. I'm sure I certainly didn't have to do this, but I decided to anyways. I went ahead and I changed the diff fluid already on the car. And the car's only got 5,000 miles on it, but I figured, you know, why not? You know, get that fluid that came from the factory out of there and just get some fresh stuff in there. So just a quick rundown, guys. It's really simple. There's your fill plug. Right there. There's your drain plug right there. So it's like I said, it's extremely easy to do. I think it takes like a quart, just over a quart, maybe it was like a quart and a quarter to fill up the diff fluid. Make sure if any of the G8 or SS guys do this, these diffs take like a carbon modifier fluid or something like that. Just make sure you can run different aftermarket fluids, but I personally would recommend just using the factory fluid. It's not the cheapest, but you know, I just think it's the best way to go. I think it ran me like 30-40 bucks to change the fluid. So that was that. And then also another thing too, guys, that I did, where are we at here, is I also changed the transmission fluid on the car right before I stored it last fall. And on the 6 speeds, guys, it's extremely easy to change, and it's relatively cheap also. And I was actually kind of surprised how, I mean, it wasn't like extremely dirty, but you could definitely tell the fluid wasn't new. So I kind of felt, you know, it's kind of nice to be able to change it out. But on the 6 speeds, guys, it's really simple. You know, you can see there's your fill. It even says fill right there. And then there's your drain plug. And like I said, you pretty much just fill it till it starts running out the top there. Extremely simple. You can go on the forums and stuff and get the exact capacity that it takes, but like I said, I think it only cost me maybe 20-25 bucks to change the trans fluid. If you guys have an automatic Chevy SS or G8, the 6L80 is a little bit more complicated to change and check your fluid. You've actually got there's a plug on there. And what you have to do is you have to get the transmission up to operating temp and then put it, like, I think into reverse to neutral to drive, back to reverse, and then what you do is you actually, while the car is running, you have to go underneath, pull this plug out, and if fluid comes out, you have too much in there. If it's a steady drip, then it's perfect. That's not the exact sequence, but that's the general idea of how you check the training fluid on the 6L80. There's write-ups and everything to get you some more in-depth ideas on it, but that's the essentially what you do for the automatics. But on the 6-speeds, it's super simple. Like I said, you drain it, you fill it, and that's it. So I just figured while I was under here, I would just tell you guys about changing out the fluids. And I will note too, guys, when I did do the diff fluid, even at 5,000 miles, it was extremely dirty. I mean, I was really surprised with only 5,000 miles. I mean, the fluid that came out was, I mean, it wasn't black, but it was extremely dark. And the fluid you put in there is relatively clear. So I was really surprised at just how dirty that was. Like I said, about 30, 35 bucks, 40 bucks to change the diff fluid. Training fluid was like $20 or $30. You know, for 70 bucks, I was able to get all new fluids in the car, which I think was nice. So that's going to wrap up the install, though, guys, on the skip shift eliminator on the Chevy SS. Like I said, super simple. Just run it over one more time for you guys here. Where are we at here? There's your plug right up in there. And then just kind of hook up the new sensor to it, and this thing's not focusing very good. And then that's it, guys. Super simple. So keep watching the channel. I'll try to get some more videos here, like I said, in the spring. I'm trying to hopefully get some headers for this thing, cat back, and I'll walk you guys through the install and stuff of that. So hopefully we'll get that going in March or April here. Like always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned.